hitting, it's fun during the regular season. You kind of get to break up the monotony a little bit, and we have fun with it. But in the World Series, it's a different animal. It's you can change the outcome of a game, whether you get a bunt down or whether you can squeak out a hit. I'm not going out there by any means, never going to try to hit a home run. I'm just trying to do whatever. I hope I'm 0 for 0 with 4 sac bunts. That's the ideal plan. But I guess when you're up there, if the situation calls for it, you try to do the best you can. I mean, we're at a pretty severe disadvantage, having not seen a pitch except for once or twice a year. That's a whole different thing. We can get into that. But as far as Yuli's hair, it's interesting. I'm a fan of Yuli, so I guess I'm a fan of his hair.
To your right, Justin Barry.
Hey, Justin, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, remembering your games against the A's in those 2 division series and how well you pitched, would you lock in and go to a higher level when you get to the postseason as opposed to, what you may do in the regular season?
Yeah, I think you do. I think the mental focus is just another level. I think it's something that, would be easy to say, well, why don't you just do that every game? It's unsustainable throughout the course of a regular season. If you were that mentally focused, you'd just burn out. It's just another level. I don't really know how to explain it. There's times throughout the course of a game where I lose track of where we're at in the game and don't really know what's going on. It's just my sole focus, even in between innings, is just thinking about what I can do to execute and thinking about what pitches I should throw and what I've seen and what my instincts are telling me. You're just that much more focused on task at hand.
Left side, 4th row, Bill.
Justin, this summer, while you were waiting to see what happened with the Tigers and whether they'd move you, there's a lot of talk that you were interested in coming to Los Angeles. Wonder how much of that might have been personal, professional, what was so attractive to you? And also, is it sort of an all's well that ends well thing, and that here you are starting a World Series game at Dodger Stadium after all?
I think a lot of that was blown out of proportion because I bought a house out here. I think it was easy for everybody to say, oh, look at this, Justin. There's been rumors of Justin going to L.A., and he bought a house. It's the perfect fit. Really, for me, my whole time in Detroit, I was really focused on being in Detroit. And I know that sounds cliche, but I thought it was doing a disservice to that organization if I allowed my mind to wander and think about other organizations that I would want to visit. So that's why when it came down to a last-minute decision, I had a lot of homework to do and a lot of information to try to decipher because I hadn't really allowed myself to think about it so much. So to answer your question, I mean, LA is fantastic and great, but I hadn't really put my mind to specific organizations that I would prefer over others.
On your left, Justin, 3rd row, Yvonne.
Hi, Justin. How important is for you personally having the opportunity to give the Astros fans the first title?
I think in any organization, the opportunity to win your first championship is something special. But really, with what's going on in Houston right now, specifically, I think it makes it even that much more special. So, given this opportunity, if we come away successful, you leave a legacy and a mark on people that won't be forgotten. So, it would mean a lot to me, and I know a lot to a lot of other people that really can use something to cheer for right now.
To your right, Justin. Jerry, right here.
Hey, Justin. You talked in the last series about not like pitching twice in 5 days or whatever it is and not backing off, your workouts and how you thought at this time of year might even drive you to a different level. Can you maybe just get into your preparation off season, and is it running, lifting? What was sort of the genesis of it, and how much has that contributed to you lasting so deep in the seasons and pitching so well in October?
I attribute a lot of feeling strong for a whole season to what I do in the off season. I'm a big believer that, in season, I really limit my workouts. I tailor them to what I think is most necessary in season, which is recovering. I focus on sleep. I focus on what I can do in between starts to make sure I feel as fresh as possible every 5 days. Sometimes that's light lifting. A lot of times it's running, doing some stairs. But all of my strength work is in the off season. Usually I actually got a text from my trainer yesterday saying it's funny. This time last year we were in the gym getting after it right now, and here you are in the World Series. So crazy how things can change in a year. But I take off about 3 weeks after the end of the season typically, and then I start getting after it pretty good. And I wouldn't say like long distance running. I do a lot of cardio training, intervascular work, but interval work, and then the strength training is pretty important to me, especially core and lower half. That's my main focus. I do some upper body, but I try to get my legs and core as strong as I possibly can running into spring training. Spring training start to taper off a little bit, and then once we start getting the last 3 or 4 starts of spring training, I try to work into my regular season regimen, and then just carry that out through now.